In one of our last videos about Arc Raiders, we were just talking about the actual release date and the countdown timer, and also our thoughts and opinions on the beta. We got a little more information, including what some of the endgame is going to look like, from a blog post that was released by Embark on the 14th. So we're going to talk about some of the information that's available to us on the server slam for this weekend, and what to expect from it, and what we got from it for the endgame information from another blog post that was tucked away on their blog page. Arc Raiders is due to release on October 30th, but before that, Embark has decided to do a server slam to test the server resilience before the game goes live. It's going to be between October 17th to the 19th, and anyone over the age of 16 will be able to dive in on most platforms. So why is Embark doing a server slam a week or just a couple of weeks out from when the game is going to be released? Well, they decided to take a proactive approach and either to make sure that launch day goes as smooth as possible. They're going to be tuning and refining and pushing their infrastructure and either to make sure that they have enough server space and allocation for the sheer slamming that's about to happen when the game goes live. The map we're going to be on is going to be the same one we were on the last time, which is going to be Damn Battlegrounds, except this time around there's going to be special conditions like electromagnetic storms and night raids, and even the Queen popping up, which are things that we saw inside of the beta, except now we might see more frequency of them, and the storms might be related to weather events, so we may need to take cover from storms. Traders will be available and have their own individualized stories and quest lines, although we won't see a good majority of them during the server slam. So you can expect it to be a curated list of quests and missions that you'll need to do for them, but it won't even matter because none of this will transfer to day of launch. Anything that you do in the server slam will not be progressed towards the day of launch, except for cosmetics and some progression items. So we will get to see items in the end game that are there and present and ready for the end game, but we will not be able to interact with them. A great number of people will think that it's something that's broken. They're intentionally shut off so that we can't access them until the actual full release. Then we'll get to see more missions in games and so forth. However, the blog post that we have tucked away into this gives us a very clear definition of what we'll be doing in the end game for expeditions. Virgil is the design director for Arc Raiders, and he put up a post on October 9th that is going to detail everything that you need to know about expedition that they have released to it. I will put a link in the description down below so that you can read the article for yourself. If you've ever played the Division 1, it will work very similar to the subway system that they had set up there, in which you'll be able to play a multitude of procedurally generated areas that will be underneath of the city. It will have an 8-week rotation cycle, and the very first one that you get at level 20 will be required in either to unlock expeditions in the future. The big thing to understand here is that expeditions will not be exactly like the subway system in the Division 1. Instead, it will be a wipe feature that is in the game that will be voluntary to the player itself. Embark was not willing to take on a full wipe cycle and either to respect the time for players who do not have enough time to play all the time. So instead of having a permanent wipe cycle, they have chosen to do a rotating voluntary cycle, and if you do decide to participate in it, what will happen is you will lose all inherent progress to your character, levels, skills, items, inventory, your workshop, crafting abilities. Everything will basically reset. You will keep your cosmetics, earned or purchased, awards, achievements, and rankings. Essentially anything rooted solely in the metagame or involving real money will be preserved. Why would anybody want to voluntarily reset their character? Well, the benefits of this are going to be that you get unique cosmetic permanent account unlocks for each completed expedition, and there's going to be account buffs that are applied during the duration of following the expedition cycle. So that means you'll get like EXP buffs or things that apply to your character for completing it until the next cycle starts. Any of the items that are gained are mostly for bragging rights because they don't want it to give an edge to anybody else that is wanting to play at their own pace. Embark understands that this isn't exactly a final solution to how to handle in-game for users when it comes to a wipe cycle, but at least it's something, and it's something that is voluntary and doesn't affect the entire player base as a whole. I would love to hear what you guys have to say about expeditions down below. Let me know how you feel about it, and if you have any kind of ideas for a solution for Endgame besides expeditions yourself. If you haven't hit that subscription button yet, please do, as it helps out the channel a great deal, and make sure you hit a like on the video as well. Thank you for reaching the end of the video, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching again. Peace.